Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the year 2022 on EBSN, Eagles Baseball Sports Network. As that ball's lifted into centre field, Zach Newbold's underneath it and makes the catch. And 2022 brings the same technical difficulties that we had in 2021, so just working through a few issues. So we apologise for that so far. And a good evening to everyone watching at home. Hope it's nice and warm where you are. It's not too bad here at Aquatic Ballpark. We survived the rain. And it's currently Manly with the 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. And it's a very good afternoon. And welcome to the new year to Andrew Logue.
Happy New Year, Luke. Finally online, getting things going.
Yeah, mate. Good to see nothing's changed. And that'll finish the top of the third inning. We'll see if we've got the lineups ready to go for you. Let's have a look here. Nope. Still got the Canterbury ones up there.
No, it didn't save.
So,
Oh, the Manly one did. That's correct.
okay, we'll bring you the Manly lineup. Leading off, Kai McIntosh Walsh, he's at shortstop. Yoshi Umezawa is at second base. Luke Brown's in right field. Connor McDonald's at first base. Tom Newbold at third base. Tom Butler catching. Vince Carreras is the designated hitter. Brendan Haythwaite is in left field. And Zach Newbold is in centre field. He'll lead off this bottom of the third inning. Shohei Ariyama is the starting pitcher tonight. 3 clean innings for him. And as I mentioned, Manly with the 1-0 lead so far this evening. And we are very proud to bring you our new centre field camera, giving us a different perspective on baseball here at Aquatic Ballpark. And the Ryde lineup, Moo Chang-gu leading off, Max Brennan, Daniel Lee at first base, Harry Mahoney, Sebastian Matthews, Jackson Heap, Scott Tabrett, Tom Trulov, and Nick Turpino. Luke Wilkins was the starting pitcher for the Ryde Hawks. He pitched 2 innings with 2 hits given up, 1 run it was earned, and 3 strikeouts. 29 pitches for him. And on the mound now for the Ryde Hawks is Grant Piccoli. Couple of quick strikes to the young Manly centre fielder, Zach Newbold. Yeah, 2 for Newbold on the ground too. Brennan at second base. Picks it up, fires over to Baz Matthews. Sorry, that wasn't Brennan. That was Turpino. Over to first base for the first out here in the top of the third. And I'll turn the lineup over back to Tristan Watts. Doubled to start the game and scored after a pair of groundouts to give Manly the early 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Shows bunt, but pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouls that one off over the Ryde dugout. Just ball on the strike now. Couple of foul balls there by Zach Newbold. Keeping himself alive in this at-bat. Sorry, Tristan Watts rather. Third time lucky. Kai McIntosh Walsh. Curveball fouled off out of play.
One of the kids over on my right-hand side getting a lot of fireball practice.
Smallest crowd in attendance this evening. A little bit of rain early on and school holidays. Sees a few less people here as Kai McIntosh Walsh runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Punches that one up the right field line, but it'll tail off and go out of play. That one lifted right side, foul territory, long run for the 3 fielders. Matthews, Turpino in the right field and Mahoney, but no one can get there. Counter remain 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Is that like the 6th foul?
Yeah, he's fouling them off. So another 3-2 for McIntosh Walsh. Punches that one to centre field, but not deep enough. That'll be the second out here. So 2 out now for Yoshi Umezawa. As he rips that one down to third base, he'll clean it up and throw it over to first. That was Muchang Gu doing the work there. Retires Yoshi Umezawa. So after 3 in the books, we head to the 4th with the Ryde coming up to bat. So Max Brennan lead things off here in the top of the fourth. A big hello to Max's dad, Brett, watching from New Zealand, hopefully. Hopefully he's tuning in. Down the dirt rather, 4-ball-1. And a shout out to Shawnee Elliott, John Farrett and Daniel Goodsall. Don't worry, Goody, that banner will be on there next week. 2 balls and a strike. For Max Brennan. Lifts that one up right side. Long run for Connor McDonald into foul territory. Takes it in front of the Ryde dugout. And that's the first out in the top of the fourth. Andrew, Manly looking for their second Wednesday night win of the season here. Off to a good start already.
Looking very positive so far, both in the field and with the bats.
Yeah, very aggressive with the bats so far, with Luke Wilkins on the mound. It's good to see Manly get a couple of hits and a run off Wilkins early as Ariyama fires that first pitch into Dan Lee for strike 1. Manly undefeated on Wednesday night so far. 1 game played, 1 win, 2 washouts. Unfortunately washed out against Canterbury and made the trek down to Cronulla just before Christmas. Actually led that game 2-0, but the rain and the lightning came after about 47 minutes of play, and the game couldn't restart, so it counted for naught. As Shohei Ariyama rings up Dan Lee on the curveball on the dirt. 2 quick outs here to start the 4th inning. Only a walk, I believe, to Dan Lee. The only play to reach base so far for the Ryde Hawks in the first 45 minutes of this 2.5-hour game. Big hack there by Harry Mahoney for strike 1. In there for strike 2. So Ariyama just pounding the zone so far tonight. And a happy new year to Matt Jeevens. Swing and a miss, and that'll finish the inning. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Shohei Ariyama. Works it nice and quickly. So it was the fly out to Brennan, and then 2 strikeouts for the 3 outs in the inning. So when we return, it'll be Luke Brown to bat to lead things off for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. Luke Brown, first pitch he sees from Grant Piccoli on the ground to Max Brennan for the first out. And there for strike one, it's Connor McDonald. 1 ball, 1 strike for Connor. In there for strike 2. Fouls that one off to the screen. Going to remain 1 and 2. Outside, ball 2. So Connor McDonald showing some good patience at the plate. Andrew's telling me 3 and 2. Game changer says 3 and 2. Good to see nothing's changed in the new year. Still getting the count wrong. And swings at the higher fastball. Can't lay off it. That'll be the second out here in the bottom of the 4th. Going to bring up Tom Newbold, who has the only RBI of the game. Sorry, the RBI was to Luke Brown. Tom Newbold singled in his first at bat. That was in the second inning. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Just down and away, 1 and 1. Misses away for ball 2. Piccoli wasn't happy with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Foul tip on the edge of that one. Leaves the count at 2 and 2. 2 and 2, 2 out. Bottom of the 4th here. Manly leading 1 to nothing. And in there on the loopy curveball by Grant Piccoli for strike 3. So that finishes the 4th inning. Manly leading it 1 to nothing. So top of the 5th inning. 2 balls and no strikes to Baz Matthews. Swings and misses at the fastball down the middle. 2-1 now. Thanks, Jared. The new camera angle is long overdue. Bit of tweaking to do. We'll get that sorted out for Saturday's 3 games. No under 18 on Saturday as they play just before Christmas. They have the Showcase Series starting this week. So all the under 18 games this Saturday and next Saturday were rescheduled. Baz Matthews swings at that pitch for strike 3. So Shohei Ariyama coming back from 2-0. He gets 3 swings out of Baz Matthews, and that's the first out here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Jackson Heap for the Ryde Hawks. Just misses inside for ball 1. Rips that one into left field, and Brendan Hathwaite will let it drop. It'll be the first hit of the game for the Ryde Hawks. And they'll have their first runner on since the first inning. Scott Tabbert now batting from the left-hand batter's box. Takes strike 1. Fouls that one off into the back screen. Andrew Logue trying to catch it, but didn't get close.
I had it.
And a very good evening to Jules Kremer, all the way from Holland. Our catcher from 2 years ago. Good to see you online and watching the boys, Jules. Hope you're doing well over there and the family. Tabbert fouls that one off out of play. Another souvenir for the young kids in the crowd tonight. So the 0-2 to Tabbert on the outside corner, but not called a strike. Good patience there shown by the experienced Tabbert. And Gabs tuning in all the way from Adelaide. Good to see you on holidays ahead of playing baseball, mate. Hope you're enjoying yourself down there. And Tabbert swings and misses at that pitch in the dirt. Nice pitch there by Ariyama. Strikeout number 6 on the night. So 2 out now, and it's Tom Truelove taking ball 1 from Ariyama. Miss you too, Jules. Hopefully we'll get you back over here soon. Swing and a miss for strike one for True Love. In there for strike two, so ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Jules, hopefully we get you back over here soon, mate. We'll definitely miss you behind the plate. Although Tommy Butler and Brendan Haythwaite are doing a pretty good job so far. Runner takes off and will be on second and turning around, heading over to third. And we'll get there. So he'll get the stolen base and then the wild pitch. Jackson Heap showing plenty of speed to advance an extra 2 bases there. So right now with a runner in scoring position for the first time this evening. But Shohei Ariyama does have Tom Truelove in a 2-2 count. In there for strike 3. Ariyama avoids the trouble and gets the hook. Strikeout number 6 on the night. So Manly will come up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Carreras, Haythwaite and Newbold due up when we return. It's Tom Butler in the batter's box for the Eagles. Takes strike 1 from Grant Piccoli. And that's going to be down and in for strike 2. Butler wasn't happy with it. Still a 1-0 ball game here in the 5th. Butler just taking his time, much to the dissatisfaction of Piccoli. Wants Butler back in the box to get this strike 3. And now it's Piccoli taking his time on the mound. And gets a strike on the outside corner. One away here. Bottom of the 5th. If you are watching online, feel free to say g'day. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions, let us know. We'll more than happily answer them for you. Vince Carrera steps up. Make sure you tune into all the Manly Eagles social media channels. Manly Eagles Baseball on Facebook and Instagram. Get all the latest updates, news, and events on there. If you can't get to the game and you miss a game, the results get posted regularly. Manly Eagles will be holding their third annual Pink Hope Ladies' Day on February the 12th here against the MacArthur Orioles. It will kick off with the Wednesday night game on the 9th. So a big celebration for Pink Hope, raising money for breast cancer awareness. We can happily announce that extra jerseys have been ordered, so those that missed out on the pink jersey pre-sale, you will be able to buy them at the ground on the Wednesday night and Saturday, but only a limited number are available. So if you do want them, make sure you're here on the Wednesday, because I doubt they'll be available on the Saturday. One ball, one strike to Vince Carreras. In there for ball two. Ball three. There you go, game changer got me wrong. 3-1 though for Vince Carreras. Looking to start some more offense here for the Eagles. Fouls that one off out of play. Carreras striking out in his first at bat. Three 2 again from Piccoli. Fouled off by Carreras. And in there for ball four, so good patient at bat by the Manly designated hitter. We'll bring up the Manly left fielder, Brendan Haythwaite. Haythwaite takes that up for ball one. Swings and misses at that one for strike one. On ball on the strike. So we'll have the three games in action on Saturday. No under 18s after their game was brought forward to before Christmas to allow for under 18 players to participate in the showcase series starting this week. So we'll be kicking off Saturday at 12:30 with third grade, second grade at 3 o'clock, and first grade at 2:30. Haythwaite swings and misses at the high fastball for strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And curveball from Piccoli. Gets Haythwaite again. He struck out on that loopy thing before, and he strikes out on it again. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And it's just a defensive change for the Ryde Hawks with Baden Haggerty taking over in right field from Jackson Heap. Coley now with 3 strikeouts on the night. 43 pitches, 29 of them for strikes. Zach Newbold lifts that to the centre fielder. And it'll be caught out there by Harry Mahoney, and that'll finish the 5th inning. So Manly unable to add to the score. As we head to the 6th, Manly lead it 1-0. Top of the 6th inning here, Shohei Ariyama back out for another inning of work. 55 pitches so far for Shohei, very economical through his 5 innings of work. 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. 38 of his pitches, 4 strikes. That's bunted and out at first. Good play by Ariyama. Gets the first out of the inning.
Still getting it out. Princess. You're sleeping on a pea. Show me the disaster. Oh my god, how can you even sit here?
Nice play there by Kai McIntosh Walsh. 2 quick outs here for the Eagles in the top of the 6th. From what I believe, this is the only game on tonight, with all other 3 games cancelled due to the weather. Pitch down and in. Max Brennan batting with 2 out. So good chance for Manly to get an extra win on the scoreboard and move back up that ladder. In there for strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. Couple more runs would be handy for the Eagles, though. Get some insurance on this 1-0 lead. Plenty of time left in this game. Up and in for ball 3. 3-1 for Brennan. Oh, and 2 so far. Hitting 231 on the season. An RBI, 2 runs. 3 for 13. And draws the walk, only the second walk of the evening. Bring up Harry Mahoney. Getting the start in centre field tonight, Mahoney. 462 so far in his first 4 games of the year. 6 hits from 13 at-bats. 3 singles, 2 doubles, 1 home run. Home run coming against Borkham Hills. Swing and a miss there. On ball and a strike for Mahoney. Narayama looking for the third out. Swings, misses on the outside pitch. Check over at first on Brennan. Just back in time. Ball ripped through the hole in the left side. Sorry, that was Daniel Lee, the hitter, not Harry Mahoney. Harry Mahoney at bat now. So runners on first and second for the Hawks here. They're starting to threaten. Mahoney swings, misses that one. And a runner at third in the last inning. Runners on first and second here. Ariyama's looking for the third out here. Get his defence back in the dugout. And the bat's back in action. Down for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One for Mahoney. Swings and misses for strike 2. Can't get the fastball chased up for ball for strike 3. Evans count at 2-2. So 2-2 here for Harry Mahoney. Ariyama looking for the third out. Just misses away. So it feels the count at 3-2. Pitch number 71 coming up for Ariyama. Runners go. Fouled off. So another 3-2. Runners moving. In there for ball 4, just missing. Gonna load the bases for the Ryde Hawks. I'll bring out Brian Murphy. We'll have a quick chat. So we'll take a break and we'll be back. So loaded bases here for the Ryde Hawks. And Baz Matthews up to bat. Whoops. In there for strike 1. 41. And strike 2. So meeting on the mound. He's done good so far. Ariyama 1 strike away from getting out of this bases loaded jam. Matthews hitting .455 in first grade. 5 for 11 with 4 singles and a double. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Ariyama looking to make it number 3. And he gets the foul just off the top of the glove of Tom Butler. Counter remain 1 and 2. No balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 here for Matthews. Ariyama looking to finish it off. And swing and a miss. Ariyama holding his nerve. Gets the strikeout. And Ryde don't score. Eagles keep their lead 1-0. Heading to the bottom of the 6th with McIntosh, Walsh, Umazawa and Brown due up. Back to the top of the order for the Eagles. McIntosh Walsh scoring the only run of this game so far. He'll be looking to see if he and the rest of his teammates can add to this 1-0 lead. Shows bunt, but the pitch from Piccoli is too high to be bunted. And it'll be a foul for strike one. The pitch missing up and away, 1-1. Two and one. Sorry, it wasn't Jackson Heap that was replaced. It was Tom Truelove. Jackson Heap's behind the dish. So Baden Haggerty in right field for Tom Truelove. He'll bat third in the top of the 7th. McIntosh Walsh fouls that out of play. Got half a dozen kids out there chasing after it. Collect themselves a souvenir. Wednesday night is free baseball night here at Aquatic Ballpark. Thanks to our sponsors TME Custom Cabinets and Coastal Concepts Carpentry, providing the Wednesday night free baseballs for our young spectators in the crowd. 2-2 to McIntosh Walsh. Punches it into shallow right field, just in front of the outstretched Harry Mahoney. And it'll be a leadoff single here in the 6th inning for the Eagles. So Manly with their leadoff on base. Yoshi Umezawa now in the batter's box. Been one of Manly's strongest batters so far this season. Over 2 so far tonight. Has a 389 average, 7 hits from 18 at bats, 6 singles, a double, an RBI, 2 runs, 3 walks, but does have 6 strikeouts to his name. McIntosh Walsh takes off, but Umezawa fouls it off. One ball and a strike for Yoshi. Two and one for Umezawa. McIntosh Walsh picked off, but he'll get into second safely. The ball thrown into left field, but McIntosh Walsh holds at second. So stolen base there for McIntosh Walsh, moving himself up into scoring position. So runner in scoring position for the Eagles here at Yoshi Umezawa at bat. Chance for Manly to add to their lead. Up and away. Ball 3. Or is it ball 2? Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now for Umezawa. Luke Brown waiting on deck. So 3-1 for Umezawa. And it'll be ball 4. So Manly runners on first and second now. And we'll have a quick visit via the Ryde manager. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the rest of this bottom of the 6th. So Ryde, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. Manly 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left on base. And runners on first and second with nobody out for Manly's very dangerous Luke Brown. He's had a very hot start to this season. He'll be looking to keep it going here. Pitch is down there for ball 1. 7 for 19, sporting a 368 average. 7 RBIs to his name. That ball hit to the third baseman, will pick it up, stand on third and get one out, and fires it over to second for the second out. So nice play there by Moochang Gu in the hot corner. Unfortunately, Manly now they go from 2 on, none out to a runner on first and 2 out. And it does bring up Connor McDonald for the Eagles. Two strikeouts so far tonight. One from Wilkins, one from Piccoli. Ball 1 for McDonald. Curveball missing outside. Not enough loop on that one to get a call to strike. Down in the dirt rather. Ball 3. 3-0 for McDonald. And that's in for ball 4, so Connor draws the walk. Runners on first and second now for the Eagles. And brings up Tom Newbold. Takes that pitch from Piccoli for strike 1. Opportunity here for Newbold to drive in Brown from second rather. And that loopy curveball just getting out of control a little bit, but Heap was up to the task. Didn't allow it to get to the back fence. One ball and a strike for Tom Newbold. Fouls that one off for strike 2. So another 1-2 coming here for Tom Newbold. Luke Brown with the lead at second. Curveball lifted right field. Haggerty is out there, makes the catch, and that does finish the 6th inning. So we head to the final 3 innings of this game. And the Eagles lead it 1-0. So it is Jackson Heap to lead things off. With Jackson Heap, Scott Tabrett, and Baden Haggerty to bat in the top of the 7th. In there for ball 1. Down in for ball 2. 79 pitches so far for Ariyama. Plenty of gas left in his tank. Gets that in there for a strike, but it's belted out into right centre field. Cleaned up by Zach Newbold. And Ryde have their first base runner in the top of the 7th. I'm going to bring up Scott Tabrett. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Up for ball 1. Just missing down and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Fouls that one off. 2-0. How to play. 2 balls and a strike now. 3 balls and a strike. Maybe it is 2 and 1. Umpires remiss of me not to announce who they were. Dave Brown behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Making Aquatic his home ground so far this year. And in the field, Chris Lehman. So 2 and 2 now for Tabrett. Fouls that one to Tom Butler over at third base. Pokes at it was what I meant to say. Into foul territory. And Tom Butler, sorry, I'll get the right player. Tom Newbold gets it in the glove for the first out. One out here now, and it is Baden Haggerty. His first at bat for the night. Takes a fastball away from Ariyama. Ariyama cleans it up, throws it to second for one, over to first for the double play. Just as he drew it up, Ariyama gets the double play, gets out of the inning, and the Eagles will head to the bottom of the seventh. Still ahead, 1-0. Thank you. So a new pitcher for the Ryde Hawks comes in on the seventh inning. Comes on in the seventh inning. Lachlan McGraw has appeared 3 times already this season for a total of 8.1 innings pitched. 2 of those for starts. Started against the Blacktown Workers and Borgham Hills. Given up 10 hits, 7 runs all earned with 8 walks, 9 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Has an ERA of 7.560. Pitches away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. For the Manly leadoff, Tom Butler. Manly looking for some insurance runs. In the dirt for ball 3. So good start for Butler here in the 7th. Around about 40 minutes left in this game. 2.5 hour games on Wednesday nights. Certainly has been the pitching duel we expected. And Tom Butler draws the walk. Manly have their lead off on. Vince Carreras steps into the batter's box for the Eagles. That one fouled off by Carreras. Shows bunt, pokes it into the Ryde dugout. Strike 2. Manly trying to move Butler up to second. Brendan Haythwaite waiting on deck. So 0-2 for Carreras. Swings and misses. And Carreras will go down on strikes. One away in the bottom of the 7th. Check over at first, keeping Butler close in there. Brendan Haythwaite takes ball 1. Down in the zone. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts so far tonight, Haythwaite. In there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings at the high one, Brendan Haythwaite. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lachlan McGraw getting some false swings out of the Eagles so far. McGraw just slowing things down, checking over at first. Keep Haythwaite waiting, keep him thinking. Butler only a step off the base. Back in easily there. McGraw really worried about Tom Butler over at first base. Keeping it nice and close with 2 out here. Oh, sorry, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Slide steps, delivers the pitch. Haythwaite fouls it off. So another 1-2 for Brendan Haythwaite. Ball gets away, so Butler finally gets the chance to move up to second. A wild pitch, proving costly. Brendan Haythwaite now with the opportunity to drive in that very important insurance run in this game. That pitch is up for ball 3. So works the count from 0-2 to 3-2. That ball in the dirt and ball 4. Brendan Haythwaite just making sure it was called ball 4 before he took off up the first. And that will put runners at first and second for the Eagles. Once again, threatening in this game. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, Zach Newbold. He'll be heading off to the showcase this weekend. Takes ball 1 down in the dirt. Ball 2 down in the dirt. Good patience here by young Zach Newbold. Searching for his first hit of the season is Zach. 0 for 7 so far in his first 2 games. 0 for 2 here tonight so far. Pitch missing, so ball 3. Jackson Heap throwing up to second base, trying to catch Tom Butler napping. Manly president just telling Tom Butler to stay on his base with Max Brennan hovering around with the ball. So 3-0 for Zach Newbold. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And ball 4 is the call. So Manly loading the bases and turning the lineup over. And we'll have a quick meeting on the mound. We'll be back with the rest of this inning. So new pitcher for the Ryde Hawks. Just trying to get the number. 86. Kento Camarasio. He'll be looking to shut down this Manly threat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Manly with the bases loaded, only one out, and the top of the lineup due up with Kai McIntosh Walsh about to step into the batter's box. Yoshio Mizawa behind him. And if we get to Luke Brown, he'll be third to bat. It'll be McIntosh Walsh for the Eagles. Scored the only run so far tonight. 8 hits from 20 at-bats with a nice even 400 average. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And goes straight back off the middle, off the leg of Kento Camarasio. It's going to score one, and it's going to score the second in the form of Brendan Haythwaite. Comes all the way around from second. Fortuitous bounce for the Eagles with Camarasio going to go get it. Kicked it into the gap left by Nick Turpino, who was trying to go up the middle to get the ball, but the ball never came his way. And it was in no man's land for a long time. Manly scored 2, and they now enjoy a 3-0 lead. McIntosh Walsh will be credited with the single. And he'll be looking to move himself up to second base very soon. 1 ball to Yoshio Mizawa. Let's check on over at McIntosh Walsh first. McIntosh Walsh takes off. Yoshio Mizawa belts it into the right centre field gap. McIntosh Walsh will score all the way from first. Umezawa's going to be into second with the double. And it's 2 more runs for the Eagles. They're out to a 5-0 lead. Yoshio Mizawa punches that ball into the gap. McIntosh Walsh had to hold up in between first and second, but he saw it was going to hit terra firma, and the only place he was going was home plate. 2 more runs on the board for the Eagles, and it's now 5-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Umezawa jumping all over that pitch. Picking up his first hit of the night. He'll be very happy with that. And that'll be a JB Wagyu bat that he was using. If you want to hit like Yoshio Mizawa, go see Umi Baseball Australia and pick yourself up a piece of lumber that he used. Manly now 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Ryde scoreless on 3 hits, no errors. Luke Brown lifts that one into centre field. Umezawa will tag up, and he will move over to third. Just ahead of the throw from Harry Mahoney. Good strong throw from him. And that'll be a second out off the bat of Luke Brown. So we'll bring up Connor McDonald. And off the end of the bat for him, up the middle, but Turpino gets across, throws it over to Matthews at first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. But the Eagles get 4. They're up 5-0 as we head to the 8th. So defensive change for the Eagles with Daigo Yamaguchi taking over from Yoshi Umezawa at second base. Yoshi earning himself an early night after driving in those two important insurance runs. Manly now leading at 5-0. Shohei Ariyama back out on the mound. No one warming up for the Eagles as yet. And behind 0-2 in the box is Nick Turpino, former Manly junior. Now playing with Ryde. Just missing 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's better. Top of the 8 here at Aquatic Ballpark. Manly with a 5-0 lead. That pitch probably a little bit high. I think it fooled Tom Butler a little bit. Wasn't quite able to frame it to make it look pretty. Count runs to 2-2. Gets Turpino to punch it down the right field. A couple of Ryde players warming up. Whoever's out there about to throw the ball just balked and turned around and looked to catch it. 90 pitches now for Ariyama. So another one coming here for Turpino. Swings and misses for another strikeout. 9 on the night now for Ariyama. Manly striking out 8 times themselves. Muchangu showing bunt and takes strike 1. In there for strike 2. We have 9 minutes until our 10-minute cutoff. No new inning will begin after 9:35. So 0-2 now for Muchangu. Punches that one high. Connor McDonald running over in foul territory to make the catch. Underneath it, puts the squeeze, and that's the second out here in the top of the 8th. Do apologise for that camera angle. Looks like a dodgy cable somewhere. We'll make sure we get that fixed up before Saturday's game. We'll be on air from 11:30, 12 o'clock. 12:30 will be our 3rd grade game before 2nd grade at 3 and 1st grade at 5:30. Fouls that one off, does Max Brennan. Top of the back net, almost knocked out the other ball that's wedged in the netting up there. No balls and 1 strike for Max Brennan. Spent time with Ryde, Manly and Cronulla throughout his career. Pitch a little bit higher for ball 1. No pitch there for strike 2. Outside corner. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yes, make sure you join us from 12:30 on Saturday. We'll bring you all 3 games live from Aquatic Ballpark. And then we only go on the road for 2 weeks after that. And we'll be back here for the next game, which will be our Pink Hope round on the 9th and 12th of February. Pink Hope Ladies' Day. That ball hit through or into the hole. Nice play by Kai McIntosh. Walsh deep in the hole at shortstop. Picks it up. Fires an absolute bullet over to Colin McDonald. And that's the 3rd out here in the top of the 8th. Your Manly Eagles coming back to bat. So new pitcher for the Ryde Hawks, Lex Traddles, is on the mound now, getting some work in before the weekend. Manly leading this one 5-0. We're probably in the final inning of the game. Pitch away, 1 ball and 1 strike rather. And straight back off the mound and off the pitching plate. Interesting fact, and I'll have to get it checked. If that ball is caught, I believe it's out. Because it hit the pitcher's plate. I could be wrong. I bet you I am. But I have heard that somewhere. Tom Newbold with that hit. He's a first. Tom Butler. The Tom's batting in order tonight. Confusing me. Just missing for ball 2. Butler found that one off into the night sky. Possibly over near Diamond 2 somewhere. Still a few kids around, chasing after the foul balls. Another souvenir for them. So Manly looking like picking up their third victory of their season. And will remain undefeated on Wednesday nights through the first 4 rounds of the competition. And I'll be back here on Saturday. Looking to pick up win number 2 in first grade since moving to Saturdays. Went winless last year on Saturdays. Knocked over Canterbury in round 2 for their first Saturday win. As Tom Butler checks his swing. Chris Lehman says no swing. And that will run the count to 3-2. Yeah, Manly be looking to make it 2 from 3 on Saturdays. They're 2 for 2 on Wednesdays. That's been a very good start to the season for the Manly Eagles. Ball 4 taken there by Tom Butler. He'll pass the baton over to Vince Carreras. 0 for 2 with a walk and a pair of strikeouts. I'll be up for ball 1. In there for strike 1 for Carreras. 1 ball and a strike now. Carreras goes right side. Out of reach of Nick Turpino at second base. Nice strong throw by Haggerty, but it won't beat Tom Newbold. Head first slide into home. And Dave Brown has called game here this evening. So Manly with the 6-0 shutout. A brilliant outing on the mound by Shohei Ariyama. 8 innings pitched, and even 100 pitches, giving up only 3 hits, striking out 9, and walking 3. Kai McIntosh Walsh, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored. Yoshi Umezawa with a big 2 RBI double into right centre field. And Tom Newbold also with 2 hits to his name and a run scored. And the Manly Eagles win this one 5-0. Kickoff 2022 in perfect style with the shutout. We look forward to having you join us on Saturday, 3rd grade at 12:30, 2nd grade at 3, and 1st grade at 5:30. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Saturday.